There are now so many cool cards with the dreaded "this ability triggers only once each turn" line, so let's talk about some different ways that we can break that limiter. The first is to directly copy the trigger on the stack with something like Strionic Resonator, letting you get another trigger without the permanent itself actually triggering more than once in a turn. This is starkly different from permanents that say do this only once each turn, which limits the number of times you can actually do an action instead of limiting how many times the permanent itself can put a trigger on the stack. One way that works for both though is to flicker the permanent with the ability, making it a brand new object on the battlefield. When a permanent says that something can only happen once, it means for that specific instance of the permanent, meaning if it leaves and comes back, it's treated like a brand new object that has no idea the previous version has already triggered, and therefore can trigger again. In the same vein, you can copy the card that has the only once per turn clause to get another trigger, and allow you to get multiple triggers every turn for as long as you control multiple copies, because it's once per turn per permanent that has the ability, as the limiter applies to each permanent separately. Interestingly, with a card like Exchange of Words that swaps text boxes, this also allows you to get the trigger again, since a new object has the ability, and that specific object has not triggered yet this turn.